Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. I decided to do another video today. Previously I just did my first video, so now I'm going to do a video based on another favorite artist of mine who I love dearly, who is talented. She is an artist named Tinashe. A lot of people know who Tinashe is. She's one of those new emerging R&B female artists that sings and dances. We already know about her hits 2-1, we know Pretend, we know All Hands on Deck. So for those who know of Tinashe, we already know that Tinashe, she already released one album called Aquarius, which was released back in October the 7th of 2014. And now she's trying to finish up on her new album, which is called Joyride. So she should be releasing that this summer. I'm also a Tinashe fan, and also everybody knows Tinashe calls her fans the Sweet Teas, aka Team Tinashe. So what's up, Team Tinashe? I'm doing this video for y'all, so you know I gotta say what I gotta say for our girl, for our queen. And my thoughts on Tinashe. I think she's a talented artist. I mean, the very first time I heard of Tinashe was when she released her album Blackwater, and I think a couple months later, that was when she was signed to like RCA, and she released her single 2-1 that year. And Tinashe is like, okay, she's compared to like artists that most people, or maybe few people, may know of. Like, she's compared to like Janet Jackson, because people have compared her to like a modern day Janet Jackson, because she said that like all the time, like Janet Jackson is one of her huge influences. And she also stated that like Michael Jackson, Christina Aguilera, and Britney Spears is her influences as well. And Sade. I know she said Sade is her. She loves Sade. But Tinashe, I think Tinashe is just amazing. I love her so much. And the reason why I love Tinashe is that she's humble. She's very articulate. Like, she knows what she wants and she will go after it. Like, this woman really is serious about her music, and she wants to put out the best quality. And I respect that for any artist that they want to talk about, you know, music based on their personal experiences, like what they dealt with. And I know, like, she said that when she was in school, she, you know, got bullied a lot and she got picked on a lot. And I can relate to that, because I got picked on a lot at school. Like, people were picking on me because I wore glasses. You know, I used to wear glasses a lot. I wore glasses like when I was like in the 2nd grade. That's when I started wearing glasses, because, you know, I needed to wear them because I couldn't see. I mean, I could see, but, you know, I could, like, it was blurry with my vision. So I had to wear glasses, and people would tease on me for wearing glasses. Or I will also get teased on like for having a gap. Now I got my teeth done. I got some work done because I wore braces. But before, I had like a gap that opened, so I got teased for that too. And you know, it's like, you know, Tinashe, I can relate to her. You know, she's like a lone wolf, and I like that. She's like, you know, she's doing her thing. She's not like, you know, like, oh, she's so used to being by herself. And I respect that, because I'm like that too. Like, I deal with all kinds of people. Like, I'm cool with anybody. I don't care who you are. You're nice to me, I'm nice to you. But it's like, it's kind of like difficult when you've been like picked on, or like if you've been abused or isolated. It's hard for you to open up to people. But one of those records that I can relate to is Cold Sweat. Now everybody knows, and every Tinashe fan knows, that Cold Sweat is the shit. Cold Sweat is like one of those records that's the record. Like, if you going through anything like bullshit, like you want to be alone, or you don't want to deal with nobody, or you're like, man, you know, everybody is phony. I thought this so was my friend. I found out it was a fake motherfucker, and all of that, this and that and the third. Listen to Cold Sweat. And the production of Cold Sweat, it's like that mystical, dark, gloomy feeling. It's like the part when it says, I like being alone. I was like, yo, that's my shit. Like, that part, when that part comes on, I like being alone. I was like, that's when you know that record, you can really feel like the lyrics. It's like, it's not just more of the beat, but the lyrics. And it's almost like Tinashe is saying, I like being alone. I love being alone. I don't need to be around so-and-so. I don't need to be around whoever. I just want to be the fuck alone. Like, leave me the fuck alone. I want to be by myself. And I love Cold Sweat because, as I said, the production, it's like that hard, heavy gritting thumping. It's that rawness. It's like so much grit. It's like the harmonies. And when you listen to it on your earphones, on your headphones, it's like doom, 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 doom. Like, it was like, yo, when you hit, it's like, what? Where did this shit come from? It's like, wow. It's like some, like, it kind of reminisces like some 90s, early 2000s nostalgia, R&B, got a little bit of that trap feeling, like what now today's music is. Like, I know people like that trap sound today, like they listen to it, but Cold Sweat is one of those records that I really love. And Tinashe, I'm telling y'all, if you're not a fan of Tinashe, that's fine if you're not a fan, because I understand, like, not everybody's gonna like, you know, the popular art. Well, not, I would say no. I mean, people have the right to like who they like. Like, they can listen to any artist. But for those who, like I said, you know, Tinashe really getting ready to do it. And I've been following her for a while. I talked to my other Team Tinashe members. Oh, Tameka, girl, if you see this video, what's up? Shout out to you, Tameka. Because you know, you and I always talk. But yeah, she's one of the most loyal Tinashe fans. But I'm getting right back to jump back on what I'm going to say more about Tinashe. But it's like, yeah, and recently I went to see Tinashe in March when she just went on her Joyride tour. And I saw her at the Fillmore Silver Spring. That was on March the 16th. And oh my God, like what I tell you, like, it's like totally different when you get to see the actual artist in person, when you actually get to interact with them across the stage and you're in the audience, rather than if you buy their magazines or you go buy their album or you see them on TV. But when you actually go to an actual live concert, it's like completely a different story. It's like a different zone. It's like when I finally got to see Tinashe, and I was like, before, when I bought her album and when I bought her Aquarius record, I was so amazed by like the great body of work that she put in, because I could tell she put in the time and effort to create a solid album. And for a debut album, and even nowadays, it's like some people, you know, when they present themselves for the first time to the world as an artist, you know, there's like, you know, some pressures like, okay, who is the artist? What is the artist about? So it's like you as a consumer want to know, okay, let me see what this artist is about. Let me see who is whatever you look forward to have interest in listening to. And when I bought Aquarius and I listened to it from start to finish, I was like, whoa, this chick, she's the real deal. I mean, she is the real deal. Like, this chick is the real deal. And Tinashe is like, she's also an outstanding performer. I mean, she can sing and dance. And when I actually got to see her, I was like, yep. I didn't see no lip singing. I didn't see no, like, you know, I could tell that this is what she always wanted to do when she was a little girl. And I respect her. I respect her craft. I respect her artistry. And Tinashe, she's one of these artists that people need to, you know, look forward to, because it's only a few. It's only a few artists that have the whole package. And nowadays with music, you know, I don't really listen to what's like out now, because it's utter shit and it's garbage. I mean, I really don't listen to like besides like the 90s music and 70s and 80s and 60s, because I grew up around that. And you know, my family, they exposed me to those kinds of, you know, like the musicians and the artists and whatsoever. So it's almost like, you know, I know talent when I see it and when I hear it. And Tinashe is a prime example of that. And Tinashe has shown herself and proven time and time again that she is capable of being one of the best. She's not no cookie cutter manufactured pop like R&B, because you know the stereotypes, like the stereotypical, like, oh, she's just a cute girl. Like, that motherfucker is pretty much the real deal. And I know like people have said, like with Tinashe, I've noticed too, and as a Tinashe fan, I know it's like, oh, you know, she's a one-hit wonder. Oh, she's, and also, you know what they love to do with women artists, which I fucking hate, because it pisses me off. It's like they compare them to each other and they want to pit them against each other instead of like appreciating their differences and just liking more than one artist. It's okay, people. Like, there's nothing wrong. Hell, if I love Michael Jackson and I love Prince, I love Michael Jackson and I love Prince. They're the two badass motherfuckers of all time. I love Michael and I love Prince. And Prince, you know, you're in a better place. I love you and I miss you, okay? So I know you're doing great things above. Alright, let's get back to Tinashe. So yeah, it's like, so it's almost like with male artists, it's like people, they can, you know, like more than one male artist, but when it comes to women, it's like, oh, but I only gotta stand for this. Oh, this is the only artist who I stand for. Oh, I like her because she, you know, she slays your fave, and oh, she's this and that, and other, oh, they're all flaps and they're all failures. I'm like, so what you're trying to say is that no one can't even, like, you can't even, like, okay, let's just say for example, like, I have, like, my favorite food is cheeseburgers. I love burgers. Okay, I have a favorite cheeseburger place. I like going to, like, well, actually, I like going to, like, Checkers, because I go to Checkers sometimes to get a burger. Or I may go to Five Guys. Or I may go to Burger King. And it's like, depends on that taste. It's like, I understand, like, you want a particular taste. Oh, okay, I'm going to go wherever to go eat, whatever. So it's like, if I have a taste for Five Guys that day, that's what I'm going to get. Or if I have a taste for McDonald's that day, that's what I'm going to get. But am I going to be like, oh, fuck McDonald's. McDonald's is a flop. Or Five Guys is a flop. I won't be able to. Oh, you kind of, do you guys understand what I'm talking about? If you really connect the dots, you'll see what I'm talking about. So it's okay to like more than one artist. Just like it's okay for me. I love McDonald's. I love Five Guys. I love Checkers. So use that for it. And use those things like that when I'm talking about as an example. To that's how people be doing. They be like, oh, my fave is better than your fave. Oh, she's the queen. And I be like, listen, I mean, it's okay to like your favorite artist, because I understand, but why do you have to go out your way to tear down other artists? Because obviously there needs to be room for one artist. There needs to be room for a variety of artists to, you know, make a difference and touch people's lives. And when you do this whole, oh, this gotta be the only person who does this, it's like something is wrong with you. But yeah, Tinashe, you know, she's been getting people, haters be coming at her. They be saying, oh, you know, she thinks she this. Oh, she's trying to be like so-and-so. Oh, she need to pay respect to so-and-so because I know she... I be like, y'all need to do your research. Tinashe never disrespecting any female artist. Tinashe has never, out of her mouth, and I'm saying out of the woman's mouth, she's never said anything disrespectful. She never threw shade. And how some haters, like some people, they want to try to like give her a hard time because of course she's new. So, and I understand from that, but just because, you know, she's not your cup of tea, you don't have to like talk bad about her. You don't have to tear her down. You don't have to be like, it's okay if you don't like her music, that's fine, keep it moving. If you don't like her songs, that's fine, keep it moving. You think she's not all that, that's fine, keep it moving. But when you do this extra, oh, she ain't nothing but a flop, she ain't nothing but a one-hit wonder, she's ugly, she just thinks she all that. Pause and stop. And I repent. Repent, people. Repent. Just stop. You don't need all that venom. You don't have to. That venom is not going to get nobody anywhere. Okay? It's not. You know, hell, there's some artists that I don't like, but do I be going out my way? I don't be bashing on them because they're able to make a living for themselves. And like I said, I got plenty of other things to do rather than worrying about who I don't like. Who cares? You know, I'd rather play my video games. I'm a video game addict, so I love video games. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, Tinashe is like, you know, she's very like talented. And when I actually got the opportunity to see her live, I was so blown away. I said, this woman is amazing. This woman is like really like, she's not like, and I understand as far as dancing, people have a preference because I do know that people, you know, like other entertainers, but Tinashe, she's in a lane of her own. And the way, like, I know like how the way the Joyride tour was set up, it's like she actually put time and work in it. And I also followed like when she did her videos of like preparing for the Joyride tour, and I saw like she's talking to her like, you know, the dancers and like everybody, like they got together, was trying to figure out how they was going to put the tour together. And I saw the behind the scenes process, and that's what I'm saying. It's like people act like they know everything, but they don't know it takes time. It's a process. It's like from point A, B, C, D, E, F. So it's not like, you know, it's that's just how it is. But like, seriously, it's like Tinashe is really, really, really talented. And it's like when people try to, you know, talk bad about her, and I see how Team Tinashe be going in. I see y'all. I see how y'all be going in. And don't get me wrong. Like, it's like I've said, you know, like, yo, like, chill out. Like, you don't have to be going in on her. Oh, you ain't got to be like, saying, listen, I understand people have the right to like who they like. Okay. I'm all down for that. It's all right. However, when you be saying stuff like, oh my gosh, this is a blah blah blah, and all that, like, oh, she's a fly, but she'll never reach this, and it's like, I'm looking at you. So it's like you as a person, it's like you want to wish something bad on another human being. Something's not right, and also something ain't right. You know, you're obviously you're obsessed, or obviously you're hurting. That's why I know, like, people who spew that venom, it's like they're hurting on the inside because they're going through things themselves. So when they say mean things, or they go out their way to maliciously attack someone, and they go out their way to say mean things, and they be like, oh, da da da, oh, I wish this person would blah blah blah. No, it's like, it's that venom. And I'm telling you, I've seen it, I've witnessed it. Listen, I've seen it. You know, Lord, y'all just don't know. I've seen it. But anyway, yeah, Tinashe, you know, she really is doing a damn thing. And I know recently Tinashe was supposed to put out Joyride early this year, but because of whatever, like RCA, they wanted her to record more records. Alright, I'm down with that. I'm fine. Like, as long as Tinashe, she knows and she believes that her work is finished, she believes in the finished product, then okay, cool. You know, because I want Tinashe to do well. I want her to be successful. I want her to, like, be one of the artists that, yo, she's innovative. Like, I want her to be one of those artists that, listen, I don't give a fuck, I'm doing me, and that's that. And so, yeah, Tinashe, you know, Tinashe, yeah, she's finishing up recording Joyride. Hopefully, she said by the end of this May. So it's like, yo, I'm ready for it, cause we've been waiting. Everybody been waiting. I mean, seriously, like, waiting. But yeah, it's like Tinashe, I mean, you know, she's doing it, you know, and it's like, you know, I think people should, well, I wouldn't say should, but if they have a choice to listen to her and they see what kind of hardworking and dedicated artist she is, I mean, hell, you don't have to be a huge Tinashe fan. You can like a couple of her songs, You know, I'm cool with that. Like, 'cause I have some artists that I'm not a fan at all, but I like some of their records. But I give credit where it's due, and I give them props. So it's like, yeah. So Tinashe, you know, she really is. I'm telling you, she's the real deal. Other records that I like from Tinashe are Pretend. That's what really got me. That's what really made me become a huge fan, because Pretend is kind of like that, like mid-tempo record. It's kind of like, you know, the vibe is like laid back. So I really like that record. I also like Far Side of the Moon. I love that record. Of course, I love 2 On. I love her Amethyst, her mixtape that she dropped. Oh my goodness. The song that I love is like Looking For It. When I tell you Looking For It, it's the ultimate fuck you attitude from hating ass motherfuckers. When you play that I'm Looking For It, listen, when she says, everybody phony, I ain't let nobody know me like being. I was like, Tinashe, girl, you know what the fuck you're doing. Like, seriously, you should see me get like hype. Like, I be acting the fool on that record, because it's like the rawness, the bass, the greenness. It's like dun dun, and like it's just like, wow. It's another one of those records that's like, yo, this girl knows what she's talking about. And then the line, of course, the favorite line, you know, think you Tupac, acting like a poet. You ain't Tupac, bitch. You ain't Tupac. It's like, yo, this I'm serious, because it's like, she literally is like, she's creative, and she's able to connect with, you know, her audience, which is Team Tinashe. Because I know people, you know, they say like, well, Tinashe doesn't have like a huge fan base, like, but listen, it doesn't matter. Like, so what if you have a small fan base or a huge fan base? It doesn't matter, as long as you connect with your fans. That's all that matters. So Tinashe having like, she has a good amount of fans, and she has fans not only from the US, but she has fans from the UK. So it's like Tinashe pretty much is getting ready to rise. I mean, she's gonna, you know, have her momentum, but she's on her way. And what I expect from her as an artist, I want her to take risks. I want her to be innovative. I want her, and this is the thing, because I know people have noticed, like, okay, and some people have critiqued her on her dancing. And don't get me wrong, Tinashe can fucking dance. But, I'm sorry, excuse me. But Tinashe, her dancing is more like, she's like, she's just like aggressive in certain parts, and she also got her little like flavor to it. And I see the way how she be dancing. Okay, for example, like the choreography for Ride of Your Life. Ride of Your Life choreography, I like her choreography on that. I like how she just switches up. She be like boom, 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 and how she's just enjoying herself. It's not like she's really presenting herself as an, you know, like I said, as a performer. And I like her choreography for All Hands on Deck, because her choreography is, I know some people say, well, Tinashe's dancing is not really as like superior or subpar, but to be honest with you, check out, let me see. Let's see, I would say when she did the Jimmy Kimmel, I know she did, I don't know which one was it. I think it was 2 On or whatever, but go look on her, just go focus on her Joyride tour. Because I know before, like people before, like, you know, that's when people have noticed like her dancing. She also, like I said, she even said she's been dancing since she was 3. And I understand that, but just before, people have said, she's kind of sloppy in some areas. you know, she needs to do more of this and that. So I understand that. Like I said, constructive criticism is good. I'm all for that. That's fine. But like, watch her Joyride shows. You know, just watch her constant. Just cause see the way how she dances is like, she just knows like where to hit, like from point A to point B. She knows like, as a performer, she's focused. I could tell like she's not gonna be like not doing anything. She's not gonna bust a move. Like, no, she really is aware of, like I said, her art. She's aware of her craft. She's aware of her artistry. And I think that hopefully I want her to expand on her dancing skills. I want her to not be afraid to switch up her choreography. So I hope that this era too, this Joyride era, I hope she makes more dance videos, dance visuals, and like I said, like all hands on deck. I think all hands on deck. I think she really, like I said, she showed out on all hands on deck. And you know, I just like how she just played around with her moves, how she just was like, alright, you got some sassy parts, you got some oomph and all that good stuff. And also she has more like she's more like in tune with, you know, she just tries to really like, you know, give people what they want. I can tell she's into herself. I can tell that she's not trying to be like something that she's not. And I like how she always explains to people like, no, you know, I'm not trying to be nobody but me. You know, I grew up listening to all kinds of music. So I like that. I like that attitude, because that tells me as a person, that tells me seeing who Tinashe is, and like I said, I see that she is dedicated. I see that she is hardworking. I can tell that she's not trying to be something that she's not. She's not trying to be some glamorous celebrity. Nah, she's just doing her. She's laid back. She got a bubbly personality, and she's, you know, she got a sense of humor. You know, she has a goofy side. She has a playful side. She's bubbly, and I love how she connects with her fans. And I've talked to Tinashe fan members. I've talked to them, and they said she's the most sweetest person. Like, she is so sweet, and I see that, and I see her interacting with us on Twitter. How she interact with Team Tinashe. How she be like, oh yeah, you know. And she is so down to earth, and it's like, you know, like I said, I understand people have their opinions, which is fine, but there's no need for people to be dragging, or you know, or whatever, the dragging and reading, because at the end of the day, when you're doing that, you could be just doing something else. You know, you could be reading a book, or you can be trying to write down your own goals. What you want to do? What are your aspirations? What do you want to do? So it's kind of like, that's what I'm working on. That's what I'm working on. I'm working on, like, you know, figuring out what I want to do. And yeah, it's like, you know, Tinashe, you know, she's really doing it. You know, she's very, very, very talented. And I hope that Tinashe, because I know recently she had to cancel Joyride because, you know, her label, you know, wanted her to record new material for this album. So I hope Tinashe comes back in the U.S. I know she wrapped up the U.S. tour dates, but she had to cancel the U.K. tour date. So hopefully when she gets back touring on the U.K., I hope she comes back in the U.S. I hope she comes back to Maryland, because hopefully, you know, she does that, you know, yo, I'll be there. So like I said, yeah, man, it's like, you know, I just think that Tinashe really is one of the up and coming artists that she has potential to make a difference. And I love the fact that, you know, she don't give a fuck about what people think about her. And I know all the craziness been happening to Team Tinashe. Listen, y'all, I've been keeping updates. I've been keeping tabs. Oh, I've been keeping updates of what's been going on, y'all, because oh Lord, it's been the hot ass mess. It's just, you know, and it doesn't make any sense how, like, people can, like, spew that venom. Because don't get me wrong, like, I know you may be having a bad day and things ain't going right, but there's no need for you to be mean to people, innocent people, that doesn't have anything to do with what you're doing. So, child, and I really wanted to like drag someone. I mean, don't get me wrong, like I said, I'll check somebody every once in a while, but all that stuff, the craziness, and it's like, Tinashe, she's not about the drama. She's not about like, oh, the tick and tack, all that going back and forth. And I noticed like she took a break from Twitter for a while because she was tired of it. And oh yeah, and about her record being, I know her Joyride record, I know they gave it to another artist, and it's kind of like, yeah, that's messed up. But I think Tinashe, I know she'll make up for it. I know she will like make up for all of it. She will make it up for Team Tinashe, her sweeties. And you know, all I can say is I will go hard for her. I will always be there for her. Listen, any artist that I love and I support, listen, I'm just, like I said, anybody, I don't care who you are. If you show me that you're talented, you take your work seriously, you're creative, you're not afraid to like step outside the box, and how you treat your fans. And that's another thing that I like from artists, how they treat their fans. Because I'm a human being, okay? Just like you're a human being. So, like I said, you know, so it's almost like, yeah, I will always be there for you. So, yeah, you know, Tinashe, she's getting ready, like I said, she's going to do big things. I know she's going to do great things for herself. And she keeps, you know, doing what she's doing. I think she's going to be one of the artists that people, like I said, they'll love and respect. So, yeah, that's all I really wanted to say. And I'll make more Tinashe videos and Tinashe appreciation. But yeah, I just want to get all that off my chest. And Tinashe, if you see this, girl, you know I love you. I really appreciate you so much. You have inspired me to be who I am. And you know, you're just amazing. And I love you so much. And thank you for your words and your wisdom to your fans, because I will always take that for me for the rest of my life. I'll always, whenever I'm feeling down, I'll always think of you and your music. Girl, keep doing what you're doing. I like your fucking music. Like, seriously, I play that shit all the time. You doing it. So, good. So, yeah, yeah, that's all I gotta say, guys. So, that's it, you know. You guys, you know, your thoughts, your comments, your perspective, you know, like I said, just subscribe my channel. And yeah, I'll see you later. Peace.